after they basically intentionally poisoned black people, a judge decided to take action because the rich and powerful people behind the poisoning of black folks in Flint were so strong that nobody touched them. Now the Michigan Supreme Court has overruled that judge who tried to hold the evil doers accountable. This is a fascinating story, a lot of twists and turns. The Michigan Supreme Court has ruled that a judge had no authority to issue indictments in the Flint water scandal, okay? The ruling Tuesday wiped out charges against former Governor Rick Snyder, his health director, and 7 other people. Snyder was charged with 2 misdemeanor counts of willful negligence. Ex-health chief Nick Lyon and Michigan's former chief medical executive, Dr. Wells, were charged with involuntary manslaughter for 9 deaths related to Legionnaire's disease when Flint's water system might have lacked enough chlorine to combat bacteria in the river water. Keep their pictures up. It took an action of a judge to do something quite outside of the box, to hold them accountable somewhat. Did the judge know this could likely be overturned? Yes, yeah. But the judge saw that nobody else was going to do a damn thing to protect black people in this community and those who have been historically marginalized. You have a lot of our white brothers and sisters in that community as well. Background on the crime they committed: in a money-saving move, Flint managers appointed by Snyder switched the city's water source to the Flint River. State regulators said the river water did not need to be treated to reduce its corrosive qualities. That was a bad decision. Lead from the old pipes flowed through the system for 18 months in the majority black city. It is an astonishing defeat for Attorney General Dana Nessel. She took office in 2019, got rid of a special prosecutor and put together a new team to investigate whether crimes were committed when lead contaminated Flint's water system in 2014, 2015. She tried. Let's put up the Supreme Court of Michigan that overturned the efforts. Okay. State laws, according to them, state laws authorize a judge to investigate, subpoena witnesses, and issue arrest warrants as a 1-person grand jury, the Supreme Court said, but they do not authorize a judge to issue indictments, the court said in a 6-0 opinion. I did some research on this law. It's somewhat complex. While definitely was outside of the norm, there's some gray room. But when you're rich and powerful, a close call is going to go to the rich and powerful. Adrienne, thoughts on this?
Well, I think the reality is that there is no accountability when it comes to corruption, particularly when you have white politicians and you have the victims being particularly people of color, especially black people. And the fact is that, Michigan lawmakers, they have a lot of power. There are things they could have done, but they are not doing that. And thus puts the courts in the position to make decisions like this. And just earlier today, Michigan lawmakers approved some kind of bill that will give $100 million to Ford. They could have done so much more to ensure the safety of their people, the people who are paying their taxes, the people who are lifting them up. And yet they chose not to simply because of the color of their skin. They're going to allow them to be victimized, and they are still suffering to this very day. It really shows you that there is no justice in our system.